Hey, congratulations. Well, you did it. You made it through your school year and moving on to the next stage and chapter of your life. We are just so thrilled and excited. And today we're going to celebrate you, youth. We have some people that are sharing some of their advice and some of their favorite memories, some of our students. And we also have some leaders that are giving some encouragement to you. And I pray that it would be an encouragement to you. We're so proud of you and excited for what God has in store for you as you move on and take on this next chapter. God bless and congratulations.
Hi, I don't think we've been formally introduced. My name is Nathaniel, and I will be graduating from Robert Bateman High School as his last graduating class. Now, out of the 4-ish years that I have spent there, the one moment which I will always cherish was when I got to meet our school's namesake, Mr. Bateman. But I'm not a fan of this guy. I'm not familiar with any of his works. All I knew up until that point was that he was an artist born from Toronto, and our school was named after him. But just meeting him had such a very special quality to it because, not only did he teach there within the school's first 6 years, but even helped to design the building itself. Now, I don't think it's very often that many people meet someone as revered as Mr. Bateman, who literally helped to build the grounds below my feet where I grew up and developed as a person. And I just think that's really neat. But the real hitter is when he complimented on my artistic abilities, which, if you've ever met someone of such an important status, it's a blessing, really. It's not something that I don't think happens very often, but it really hit me right here. Although the best blessing of all was when I finally made it to Fuse. Now, Fuse has given me the best Friday to Thursday nights I'll possibly ever have in my entire lifetime. Every single time I stepped into that door, I enjoyed every minute of it. Seeing you guys, playing ping pong with the dudes, having great conversations, even worshiping with you guys. I tried to cherish it as much as I could. And really, if I were to say there was one specific moment that I liked, it was the first time I got to worship on stage with you guys. When I finally got to use my gifts to help, bring the Spirit of the Lord into the place, and to help you guys lift His name up high, and even just to have His Spirit, swarm the room and to, maybe bring up a new song for you to sing, or to bring up, more words to help lift them up. And even though my time at Fuse was short, and the time I got to worship on stage was short, there were many opportunities that I missed. I never went to Overflow 2018. I never did Matheson. And I had that calling to go and to participate in those activities, but I denied them, and I denied so much more. And so my advice to all of you guys, all of you in grade 11 or younger, is to, if there is a calling on your heart, And if there is an opportunity to take action, by all means, go for it. I mean, if there's something prohibiting you in the way, you can't do it, that's completely fair game. But if you can, do not let it slip between your fingers. We still have an entire lifetime to make a whole world of difference, but our lives are only so short, and there's only so many things that we can do. There are so many things that are brought in front of us, but sometimes those opportunities never come again. Some things are only once in a lifetime. So please, I encourage you, if there is a camp willing to accept volunteers, go take it. If there's a chance to go on a mission trip, by all means, go on that mission trip. You do the things that I was unable to do. And for all of you guys, and thank you for making my high school career the funnest it's ever been. God bless.
My favorite memory from my past few years at White Oaks would have to be going to OFSA for the first time. It was really fun because I was able to go to Ottawa with my teammates and compete for the week. At the end of the week, I ended up finishing top 8 in my weight class at OFSA. My favorite memory from Fuse would have to be going to the winter retreat for the first time, because that weekend I was really able to connect with God and get to know my friends a whole lot better. Advice I'd have for people in high school would be to get involved in school and church, because that really helped me find interests that I enjoyed and things I wanted to do in the future.
Hey Fuse! For those of you who don't know, my name is Lydia, and I'm just finishing up grade 12 at Nelson High School. These past 4 years have been so great and filled with so many amazing memories, but my favorite come from the concerts, productions, and other such events that I've gotten to be a part of. As I'm sure any of you who have been involved in planning events know, it takes a lot of time and hard work and collaboration with other people, but the final product is always so worth it. I don't really have a favorite Fuse-specific memory, but all of my favorites involve people and God. Some examples are playing Gag-A-Ball at Activate last year, Ultimate Frisbee at Overflow, sitting on the hill outside of McDonald's after Fuse, the one just across from Fortino's, and just every time that God has worked in my life. It has been so cool to see God work in my life and to work in other people's lives and see how He uses people to help each other. One thing that God has been challenging me with these past 4 years is a piece of advice that I would give anyone still in high school, and that is this: keep intentionally connecting. We say so often that we want God to be the center of our lives. We say that we want to chase after Him with our whole hearts. We want to seek Him every day. We want to get closer to Him than ever before. We want our lives to revolve around Him, and we want to see Him work in us and through us. But as great goals these are, they're so hard because often it just feels like life gets in the way. We get busy or sick. We might be struggling with our mental health or difficult relationships, or we might just feel like God is just too distant to connect with. But that is why it is so important to take intentional steps to connect with Him. As great as they are, we can't keep on waiting for the next retreat or convention to connect with God. We can't keep on waiting for that one worship service that's going to change our lives, or that one sermon that's going to put everything in perspective. We can't keep on waiting for someone else or something else to push us towards God. Sometimes we have to be the ones to push us towards God. Whether it feels like life is falling apart or things are pretty good, God is right there wanting to connect with you. And if you feel like it or not, and if I'm being honest, there are going to be days where you just don't feel like connecting with God. But that's why we have to be intentional about connecting with Him. Whether it looks like praying when you would rather just be going to sleep, or listening to some worship music or an online sermon when you could be calling a friend, or going to church when you just don't feel like it. God is bigger than our feelings. God is bigger than our times of apathy. He wants a connection with us, and if we want an ever-growing relationship with Jesus, we have to take intentional steps to get there. I'm not saying it's easy. This has been something that I've been working on for a long time, and I probably will be working on for a long time. But it's so important, because if we want to have that kind of relationship with God where He truly is the center of our lives, we have to be intentional about it. That's all from me for now. I hope everyone's doing great and staying safe, and thank you for an amazing past 4 years.